Hello and welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. I'm Amy the Medium, and today we're looking at the Eight of Wands. This is one of my favorite cards because of the simplicity of it. If you look at the artwork, there's not a whole lot to describe in this card, but this card says quite a bit. So as you look at it, what you see are the eight wands themselves, seemingly flying through the air. They look like somebody's thrown them almost like a spear, and they're just coming in to land. You'll see that the sky is incredibly blue behind them, a really green, lush landscape with the river flowing through it, and way off in the distance you see that there's a little house there. Now, breaking down this image, there are subtle nuances within it that are important to note. First is the wands themselves. Like I mentioned, they look like somebody maybe had thrown them and they're about to come in for a landing. But if you look at each one of them, they are sprouting quite a bit. You see a whole lot of leaves sprouting from these wands. And that's indicative of the meaning of the card. This is a card about things moving quickly, all systems go, things moving ahead, and really things starting to come into fruition. So the blossoming on the wands themselves represent that. This card can actually represent air travel as well. If you want to go real literal with it, the wands are flying through the air, and so this can represent you flying as well. But typically what it means are things coming in fast and furious. Using that metaphor of somebody throwing a spear again, the work is already done. The work to throw that spear through the air has already been completed, and now it's just a matter of seeing where it's going to land. As it flies through and as it makes that arc, it gains momentum, it gains speed, and as it moves closer to the target, there's really nothing to stop it. And so if you think of it in that way, the Eight of Wands being about nothing can stop you from getting ahead, to getting to where you need to be, the work's already been done, that's a really great way to think about it. Additionally, the landscape is really important. It's a beautiful, bright blue sky, very fertile green grounds. This represents little to no obstacle. This represents, again, the fruits of your labors paying off. The river that you see at the bottom of the card is very calm. The water is flowing smoothly. And so this is about literally smooth sailing as well. Reverse, this can mean that while you may want to move very quickly, you're unable to because there may be obstacles in your way. So it may mean having to slow down and reflect and rework some things so that you can gain that momentum back. When I see this card, it often has to do with somebody's job or somebody's career, and that also just has to do with the suit of wands itself. This is more about the physical work that we put into things, the labors that manifest in our lives. So when I see this card, it typically will represent somebody's work or somebody's personal endeavor. Maybe they're starting a new business, but either way, that's usually more of a career focus that you see with this card itself. So ultimately what this card is showing us is that we can achieve those things that we want for ourselves and that we have the momentum to do it. It's almost like you need to hold on because things are moving forward, whether you're ready for it or not, but things are going to move forward smoothly, easily, and there'll be a very happy ending at the end. So that is this week's Tarot Tuesday. I hope you have enjoyed it. Take care, and we'll see you next week.